Hello, everyone. Quilzao with a Prime sub straight away. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello, Nuke Duck. All good. All good with the Pitbull. Hey, Quinn. Yes, indeed. You know how it is. All right. Let's get straight into it. We are going to start by doing 1 hour at Buried Cathedral. We have Arachnophobicus on the Divine Wrath, Savage Blow on Gazers, and Low Blow on Bursters. I don't have anything on Rippers because they basically almost non-existent in there. I don't have any Minor Charms. I do have Animus. I have Animus on Gazers and Spectres. Not on the Rippers, and I think I do have it on Arachnos as well. So we will basically be benefiting from more or less 4% experience increase. And that is it. Before I forget, let me just enchant my jewelry. There we go. And we should be ready. Let me open up Tibia Vision before I forget. I do not have a Demon Mango. I'm sorry. I already sold one, the one that I used to have. All right. We should have about a 2-hour stream today until about 4:30 European time. So, like I said, an hour here. And then I actually not going to be using this Burst Spectre Prey. We're actually going to save it. We're going to save it for a Burning Gladiator. So if Issavi Sewers are free after we finished with Cathedral, we're going to go to Issavi Sewers. That's where you want to be using Sanguine Claw as well. But yeah, hopefully we'll try that. How much did you get for it? Sorry for asking off topic, no problem. Oof. I don't remember the exact situation now. I think it was around 90k at the time. I think it's worth a little less now because the new helmet was released, right? Norgferatu Gullguard? No, isn't it? Is it this one? No. Or is it? Whatever, the helmet for the monk. I can't even see it. Is it this thing? This thing. This thing has 2% physical in the helmet. So it's a solid alternative to the Mango. Obviously not as good because death protection of the Mango is actually quite valuable as well. But at least we have some sort of alternative now, which I think will drive the price of the Demon Mango down a little bit. Hi, Vuvunastu. Come on. Hunt for 320 monk. There you go. I don't remember everything from the top of my head now. You want me to sell your Soul Kamas? I'm considering selling Soul Kamas if I get a good price for it. Although, probably not. Still need it for some bosses and stuff, so probably not. Can you tell me the name of the song? Just this one now. Joy by Nerzu. Just this one right now is Nerzu Joy. It's on public playlist. Copyright free playlist, but yeah, there you go. Alright. Alright, let's boost up. The experience is actually pretty good enough to boost. I think I'm not gonna do an accent, Macgrunds. I think too risky. I've done this before and I regretted it, so I don't trust you. All right, we're gonna do a 0 supply. All right, we're gonna do a 0 supply. So let me remove potions. Let me put Exurigran on, and yeah, we'll be resetting the analyzer soon. And we'll do 1 hour. I hope you're ready. Let's just go through. I don't actually want to start off here. I want to start where the Arachnos are. All right, let's start from here. All right. Death Trinket? Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure. The other one that you can use is Ice, but Ice is only 2%. I think it's likely that Death Trinket is better. In fact, I'm almost certain that it's better. We'll see in a minute anyway, once the analyzer catches up. The profit here is really good when you're not using supplies as well. I actually didn't think zero supplies would be possible here because generally speaking, Leech relies very heavily on auto attacks. And of course, you're not doing very much auto attack damage here, physical, because all the specters are immune to physical damage. But thankfully, there's quite a lot of arachnophobicas which have an okay resistance to physical, so you can actually leech by targeting them all the time. I don't have any protection in view either. I believe ice is the best protection in view here, but we have a pretty good ice protection anyway through our soul gear, for the armor and the boots, I believe. I think it's like, I want to say it's 8% on the armor and 6% on the boots, maybe. So that's basically nice free ice protection we get. But yeah, if you look at the analyze already, it's even more, at the moment, it's more death than ice even. So yeah, death is definitely the best trinket that you want to use here. Soul Souls or X foot wraps? Depends on the respawn. I think right now I'm like doing a zero supply for fun, which means that I think I generally prefer more protection. I think for this, I prefer Soul Souls, also because ice protection here is good. But if you're doing hunting something really easy, then of course X foot wraps are better offensively. How do the blood gloves feel? They feel very good so far, Tiger. I haven't played too much. I only hit level 600 yesterday evening. This is only the second place I've tried. The first place was Overworld, and of course they felt very, very good at Overworld. Very, very easy and comfortable there. So yeah, all good. Obviously planning to test a bunch more stuff. Although the timing with rapid respawns, that's kind of awkward because, you know, obviously I don't want to be testing like actual respawns during rapid respawn, right? I want to be doing like Beastiaries and stuff, so I'll actually be doing that. And then maybe from Monday, I'll start doing a little bit more testing. We'll see. EXP records. Probably once I go to Mega Dragons, I'll be hitting EXP records for solo. But I'm not actually in any like crazy rush to be going there. I'm probably not going to go there until I don't know, another couple of weeks or so. I first got a bunch of other places I've been wanting to try and make guides for. Your weapon already is level 6? No, it's level 4. I've only unlocked it, you know, 14 hours ago or so. I unlocked the sweeping takedown bonus so far. Godzilla Quarras, not yet. I do have on my list to try, but I remain skeptical that the Godzilla Quarras is doable. Is there any spawns that EK can do zero supplies? Of course. I mean, EK and Monk are both the two vocations that can do zero supplies, right? I mean, and EK was the original vocation to do zero supplies back in the day. Like Were Lions and stuff. A 1k EK could have done it. It's just that the Monk can do it a lot earlier and more efficiently because of the kiting playstyle that the EK isn't as good at. But of course the EK can do zero supplies as well. Especially if they kite a bit more rather than just standing still taking all the damage in a box. But the Monk is best suited to do it. And it's just fun. At least for me. How do I think about the recent nerfs? Overkill. Garbage vocation now. I don't know, dude. I primarily hated the timing. Yeah, I really don't think scheduling your nerf one day after your big summer update, I think that's terrible. Really terrible. I don't know. I really don't like that. I will never forgive them. Ultimately, what difference does it make? Ultimately, it makes no difference, but in practice, it just makes the summer update feel very, very bad. And it makes me very disinterested in the content, especially the weapon proficiency stuff. That was supposed to make me feel more powerful. Now it makes me feel like I'm just catching up to get a little bit of power that I've lost. And I just think it just feels bad. I just don't think that's how you do it, right? The nerf itself, I mean, I still think it's a little heavy-handed, but it's not too bad. I would be extremely shocked to see any more nerfs, though. As you can see, the vocation is perfectly balanced now. Also, we're getting very unlucky with loot, by the way. The actual profit here is closer to like 1.5 KK per hour. We're just, we haven't looted like a single blue item yet. Not a single collar, not a single hex. But I think over the course of an hour, it'll probably even out. Does the monk have some skill that deals more damage than Exori Gran? Yeah, I'm pretty sure sweeping takedown with full charges deals more damage than Exori Gran, right? Be surprised if it didn't. I mean, I haven't played an EK in a while. I don't exactly remember how much it hits for, but I feel like a fully charged sweeping takedown is probably more powerful. Yes, it does, Tiger. Like, even if you don't have anything selected yet, so it'll fire a target. Are you doing all your attack spells with mouse buttons? No, all my attack spells with keyboard. All my healing and potions, if I was using any, would be with my mouse. Offensive on the keyboard, defensive on the mouse is more or less how I have it. Oh, it's very chilled. I really like this spawn. I always like this respawn. I always like this respawn. I never hunted very much, so I skipped this stage where like everybody just hunts here for hundreds of levels, you know? So I never got quite sick of it. As I know some other people have because they've hunted here so much. I certainly really, really enjoy hunting here. I think the monk is a very good vocation for the way I play. It's the sort of perfect storm of somebody who, you know, knows how to play Tibia very well, and also found the right vocation for the play style that I like. So we end up in this situation where yes, the results are a little bit higher than most people's. That's okay. Like I say, I still couldn't do stuff like this on other vocations, right? I don't know. I don't think the monk deserves anything else at the moment. It needs I think it needs to be addressed for the late game. I watched the team hunts, and it's a tragedy how little he does in team hunts. Maybe, you know, maybe Tipsoft just wants it to be a solo vocation, in which case they should just come out and say it and just balance it around and make it good for solo and weak for team hunting. It's okay, I guess. Kind of weird, but it can't make it, you know, just okay for solo hunting and garbage for team hunting like it is now. Because then that's not really fair. What's the point of playing it then? Yes, virtue swapping. I don't think you want to virtue swap at Spectres in any case, because you don't really benefit as much from the justice. Although maybe. I promise one day I'll try the virtue swapping. I've still never even a single time tried it, just because the idea of it is repulsing to me. But one day. How much is all the items and coins? You know what? Ironically, now that I'm like level 600 plus, the items aren't even all that much. The weapon and the sanguine items are less than 200 KK total. Whereas, you know, like sanguine legs for like EK and Paladin cost like 300 K. So both my sanguine items are worth less than that. So I don't know how much is in the equipment now. Probably not that much. Let's have a look. Call it 200k for the sanguine items plus the amulet. 200k there, 200k, 600, 700, 800. Maybe 8 to 900 KK at the moment. Which, you know what? I think that's pretty much the expected cost of best in slot equipment for pretty much any vocation. I think EK and Paladin best in slot vocation. It's probably best in slot items probably cost a little bit more than what I have right now. It's just the Soul Mask that's really expensive. So once you hit level 600 and you're using the Sanguine and you don't need to be using the Soul Mask, then it's really not that expensive. Yes, Claw is very nice. If you can find a respawn where Earth is good, and the Claw is very, very good. It's only still proficiency 4. And one of the strongest things about the Claw is that at proficiency 7, you get 2% crit chance, which I still think is insane. And once I get that, once I hit proficiency 7, first thing I'm attempting is 0 supplies falcons. Can you imagine that? I think it'll be possible. I'll stick double crit charms on falcons with the 12% crit chance from Sanguine. Beautiful. Monk solo library 0 supplies. Even just solo libraries pretty much unachievable at the moment. I mean, it'll be achievable at some point. 0 supplies, probably never. Do I use auto aim? I do not. I do not use auto aim. I tried. I really wanted to make it work. But no. Still no hexagonal rubies. The profit's suffering because of that. Well, profit's not too bad, but should be a lot, a fair bit higher actually. Should have had at least a couple of rubies by now, which would bring me to extra 60k profit. Oh well. I think on average, this respawn for me will be about 1.5 to 1.6 KK profit with what looks to be about, 6.5 KK raw experience. The experience is a little bit higher again because I'm streaming. I've tried it a couple of times this morning and both times I end up with 6.5 KK raw at the end of it. But yeah, pretty good. Not like, you know, meta respawn, right? It's still going to be going stuff like dragons and cobras over this, but it's actually pretty good. It is quite intense though. Like there's a lot of active target selection and kiting a lot of monsters and what's pretty tight corridors overall. There's not like super duper easy or anything, but if you do know what you're doing and you're careful and focused, then it's not very hard. Can you hunt carnivores without supplies? Yes. I think so. I mean, at the high enough level, you can hunt anything without supplies, right? The question is, at what level can you do it? And does it make sense? I think I could probably hunt it without supplies now. You'd use energy there, right? So yeah, 400 with Soul Mass. I'm sure you can hunt it with no supplies. Would you see any scenario Virtue of Sustain would be useful? For hunting, no. You can use it for gain out traps. You can use it for running to bosses, doing quests, stuff like that. For example, if you're doing Falcon access, Cobra access, I was using Virtue of Sustain. I have it on my hotkey in case I get trapped. So, you know, if you get trapped, my recommendation is to immediately pop both the Virtue of Sustain and Summon Familiar. Have those hotkeys close together. I have them on 9 and 0. So if I get trapped, I just press 9 and 0. And that will often save you from a trap. But of course, it has to be sort of trap where, you know, you're like full health, full mana, and you get yourself trapped, and you know that you can't get out in time easily. But you've still got like 5 seconds of time, right? Those are like the only uses of the Virtue of Sustain for me. EK Monk. I think EK Monk duo is promising. I just think duo isn't very popular in modern Tibia, so actually not many people have even tried it. But I see potential there, and I would love to at some point with another creator start like a duo project. And I think EK Monk duo project would be pretty successful. Is it better than EK Druid? I would think so, honestly. I would think so. I think the monk does a lot more damage. And it's not like when you do duo, you're hunting something where there's so much damage that like the healing is so critical. Generally speaking, you hunt easy enough respawns where just a little bit of extra healing from the monk should be sufficient in a duo setup, I think. Like, you know, a duo here, EK Monk, on like a level 300, you know, I see no reason why not. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty damn good. Low blow and savage blow as RP first charms. I honestly don't know. I'm honestly conflicted when it comes to charms on Paladin. They scale so well with charms, but they don't deal that much damage with the diamond arrows, relatively speaking. So the low blow and savage blow is not as great with them, but still very good for sustain. Like if you're playing a lot of solo Paladin, then low blow and savage blow is still good. But team hunting Paladin, probably not. For team hunting Paladin, just go for elementals. Tanking bosses with sustained virtue. Yeah, that I could see that. You know, it's probably not like super endgame bosses, but sort of mid-game bosses that you just going with randoms from advertising, and if you're functioning as an EK, then yeah, I could see using Virtue of Sustain being pretty good in that circumstance. What about Carnage? No. I don't think I have to say much more than that. Flawed implementation. Cool concept, flawed implementation. Dodge or parry for any good for monk? Well, dodge and parry both scale positively with the amount of damage you take, right? The more damage and more hits you take, the more dodge and parry give back, right? The thing is, though, on the monk, the optimal way to play is to take as little damage as possible by effective kiting. So it's kind of like, well, you kind of have to play very bad for parry and dodge to be worth it on the monk. I don't know, if you are like the world's laziest monk player and you just play EK style by standing in boxes and you're wondering why you're doing garbage experience, yeah, but for you, maybe parry and dodge would be okay. But for anyone playing monk properly, no, parry and dodge are counter to what makes a good monk. I'm using too much mana. As you can see, my mana is at half now. I'm not focusing as much, so I may need to focus just for a couple of minutes and not overheal. Otherwise, I'll run out of mana eventually. You've been hunting EK Monk for a while. Very good. Cool. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm envisioning. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, sounds good. Just needs a little bit more people playing it, I think. I think it would be okay. It's just that duo kind of sucks, right? That's it. Duo kind of sucks in modern Tibia. That's the only problem. Still not a single hexagonal, by the way. After like over 300 specters killed. Never lucky. Ah, look, got one. See, I just need to complain. As soon as I complain, I get one. Oh, just one hexagonal. Come on, I need another one. Yoku with the prime sub. Thank you. Thank you, Joku. Jinky. You're hunting without potions. Yep. I'm very poor. I'm a very poor monk. I spent all my money on equipment. So now I have to hunt without potions. It's a sad story. Yeah, exactly. I'm getting very unlucky with the hexagonals. I would expect approximately 7 to 8 hexagonals per hour here. From the ratios I'm killing. So we'll see how many I end up getting. Maybe they start dropping like crazy soon. But it doesn't matter. I mean, the profit's still good, right? I'm still on track to have like 1.3kk profit in an hour. So can't exactly complain too much. Man, I fixed. Indeed. There we go. I wasn't even focusing all that much, to be honest. But yeah, but do notice that I am using Exuric Grant. If I was using Spirit Mend here, I think it would be pretty hard to keep up the mana, because we are basically not leeching very much due to the physical resistance of the Spectres. But of course, still doable with the Sanguine Claw. That's how great it is. Yep, that's fair, Pink. There's just more fun, and yeah, doing Beastiary in a duo is much better. Yeah, doing Beastiary solo, like a tricky Beastiary, does suck. Oh, hang on a minute. All right, crisis averted. No supplies used. No problem. Joku, that if you're a solo monk, the two absolutely best charms you can go for is Low Blow and Savage Blow, except they're quite expensive, right? So question is if you can afford them. If you can't afford them because you don't have as many charm points, then I would go for like a triple combo of elementals, of the best ones, which for me, for the monk, is Zap, Freeze, and Poison. So I would get those three. But eventually, once you have over 4k charm points, I would reset and pick up Low Blow and Savage Blow, especially if you're solo hunting. If you're planning to team hunt a lot, then maybe stick to the elementals. But the crit ones are very, very good for solo, especially on lower levels. The nerfs ain't gonna stop me. Gonna have to try harder than this, Tipsoft. Your little pathetic nerf is not enough. I don't care, Tiger. I'm done. Let them do what they want. I've got my level 600 now. Whatever. I gotta load up the mana again. Do I have some sort of new server Beastiary guide? Not really. I just move on from spots once I complete Beastiary, and that's my way of playing. And then I only really focus Beastiary otherwise during rapid respawns. Just don't be the type of guy who, you know, has 100,000 Grim Reaper kills and 100,000 Asuras, and then is wondering why he has garbage Beastiary, right? Self-inflicted. No small creature Beastiaries yet. When I Rune, thank you for the raid. Welcome everyone. Yeah, so I don't do small creature Beastiary outside of like rapid respawn and stuff. Right? It's unless there's like sometimes, you know, there'll be like a boosted creature like I don't know, Carian Rotworm or something like that, or like a boosted area, you know, and I'm feeling a bit lazy and I don't wanna hunt, then I'll go and I'll do like a random Beastiary in 20-30 minutes. But generally speaking, no. Generally, I just do hunting Beastiaries outside of rapid and like small Beastiaries during rapid. So I got distracted by reading the chat. Tomorrow nerf? I hope not. I hope not. I honestly think a level 600 EK with a good earth weapon and good playstyle could probably do very, very similar thing here. It's just that the EKs, I think, until the monk came out, never really considered this kind of kiting running playstyle. But what I'm doing now is not too dissimilar what an EK could do as well. Of course, the monk can do it better just because of the nature of the abilities. But I don't think this is somehow so horrible that, you know, it warrants a nerf. I mean, you know, a level 600 paladin can probably do more experience and more profit at like Roshamore West or something. Thank you for the tier 1 sub, Polito. Appreciate it. Thank you. Which is better to a solo... Which is better to a solo monk? I have 2,120 charms. Single low blow or 3 elementals? I think I would probably go for 3 elementals. I don't have a super strong opinion on that. If you really like low blow and you know you're going to be hunting a lot of like single respawn monsters, then low blow is totally okay. I think I really like low blow once you can combine low blow and savage blow at 4,000 points. Until then, I think it doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, exactly. It's not too bad. Like, you know, every time they nerf, it's noticeable and it feels bad, right? Nobody likes their vocation to feel weaker. And you know, I was really unhappy about the last nerf because of the timing of it. I think it's a terrible timing. I'm not going to go on that too much, but the nerf itself is like, yeah, sure, we do 5% less experience, but so what? It's still fun. Vocation is still good, still capable of crazy stuff, right? So just, you know, just suck it up and instead be happy that you got to play it when it was stronger before the nerf as well and got to experience that, right? Somebody who starts the monk a year from now will never have experienced this power level that we got to enjoy, right? I mean, that's maybe a positive spin on the situation. Paladin can't get nerfed. I know, I know. Is the baby of Tipsoft, right? "35 minutes in, still just one hexagonal." So yeah, the profit here is insane, especially if you're actually getting the hexagonals that you should be getting on average and not super unlucky like me. That's right, Tiger. You're missing out on the actual power level by wasting your time training. You're training just to end up weaker eventually. Unlucky. Yeah, it's you know what's crazy? The Monk release version was already still quite a bit weaker than the initial test server Monk version. Like, this is the thing. Like, there was the test server version, which saw a lot of nerfs, and then there was the release version, which has seen like five nerfs now or whatever since then. Pretty embarrassing for Tipsoft, to be honest. The initial version was just a little bit too strong, I'd say. We back, baby, with the zero supplies. I haven't done zero supplies for a little while because I was focusing on getting that 600. Feels good, man. Feels good to be back, baby. My finger's getting a well-deserved break from pressing that potion hotkey. And what's nice also is there's not very much heavy loot here. So I think, let's have a look. I've been hunting for 40 minutes and I think my cap went down by like 2,500. So I think I could quite easily, comfortably do like a 2-hour plus refill here. Like no need to go back or anything. Very nice. Oh, that's a 5-star Arachnophobica. Let's be careful because that one's going to mess me up if I don't pay attention. We've been down this road before in Buried Cathedral. I got messed up by a 4-star Arachno back in the day. Here it is. Let's mess it up. Die. There we go. Ever thought about a video about your hotkeys and such? There is one. I have a hotkey guide for Monk, Paladin, and EK. 3 separate videos. Majors coming soon. TM. Unfortunately, that's not a link. Tiger. Salas. Not sure if this has been mentioned before, but in team hunts, when you full box next to the EK, harmony pulls even harder ahead from the other virtues because the one bonus combo point can't get halved like the other bonuses. You're talking about Serenity. That doesn't get halved by Serenity. Okay. I mean, okay, but I think you should just never be out of Serene status anyway. I feel like if you're out of Serene state, you're probably just playing wrong in the first place. I don't think it's ever efficient to be out of Serene state, right? What runes am I using? I am using Low Blow on Burster Spectre, Savage Blow on Gazer Spectre, and Divine Wrath on Arachnos. I don't have anything on Rippers because there's like barely any of them here, so it's no point. And I'm not using any minors at the moment. I'm just using the 3 major charms. Sorry, Nova Star. I'm not sure I'll be able to read such a long question while hunting. Maybe somebody else can help you. Or someone maybe can summarize the question instead. It's a little bit too long for me to look away from the screen. May I please ask what you're using Tibia Vision for on Monk? So I'm using the Amulet in one region, the Ring in the other region, Focus Serenity cooldown in the other region, because I want to use that basically every 10 minutes. I can see it's available in 4 seconds now, thanks to Tibia Vision. And I am also tracking my Hunt Analyzer time, which I generally use as a reminder to use Transcendence Potion every 10 minutes. And I found that's the best way for me to do it. I basically use Transcendence Potions every time it's like 10 minutes in an analyzer, right? So it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes analyzer. Like a reminder for me to always, at that point, use a Transcendence Potion. So those are the 4 things I track. Amulet, Ring, Focus Serenity, and Transcendence Potion of some way of doing that. If I was team hunting, I would also be tracking Focus. No, sorry, not Focus. I would be tracking Mentor Others to see the cooldown of that, to know when I can recast that on whoever. And if I was using the Spiritual Outburst Wheel, which I guess I will be in the future, I'd also be tracking Focus Harmony cooldown. So there's a few things that make sense to track, of course. Monk is my most character powerful all the time. So, that's kind of strange phrasing, but yes, a Monk is now definitely the highest level I've ever actually bothered to get in Tibia. Indeed. My EK was just under 600, I think, when I sold it, so yeah. I mean, I get very bored, you know, by the time I reach this kind of level. It gets very slow for me. But I have never been, like, streaming. And when approaching this sort of level, I've just been making YouTube guides. But for streaming, you know, streaming keeps me going. So I think now that I'm streaming, I may well play the Monk a little bit more than I otherwise would. Although I do want to do some major guides soon anyways. So we'll see how much Monk we play soon. But I think I'll continue playing the Monk in some capacity. But I do think I will stop playing it as much, you know? I'll maybe look for the occasional team hunt, something like that. I would love to get level 1k on it, but that's a lot more experience than I have now, so I don't know that we'll ever get there. We'll try. We'll try. That would be my personal goal, to hit level 1k, but I don't think I would play much past that. I would probably start a new character at that point. How would you get this sustain to not waste any supplies? Well, I'm just using Exura Gran as my healing spell, and I'm just not overhealing. I'm letting my leech heal me for the most part. Exura Gran is very efficient mana and healing wise. I would not be actually surprised if they removed Exura Gran from the Monk. and gave us a different healing ability. Because that makes 0 supplies a lot easier. Gate 999. Yeah, that would be a good goal. Maybe. You can also use the sound reminder on Tibia Vision. Yeah, I know, but I prefer having something visual, you know? I rarely play with sound on anyway. So yeah, I prefer a visual reminder. Oh, shit. The healing from using a spender is huge, yes. I basically don't have to heal all that much. Especially in Virtue of Harmony, the spender damage is pretty insane. Minus imbuements and the silver tokens. Yeah. Minus the travel cost for the boats as well. It's all a technicality. It's all about that 0 in the hunt analyzer. That's the one that triggers everybody. If they remove Exura Grand, wouldn't you just spam Exura like crazy? Yep, they better they better remove Exura then as well. Just remove healing spells from the monk. Have us rely on leech alone. And food regeneration, of course. And you saying that you'll stop playing after next nerf? Ah, we'll see. I think after next nerf, I would definitely take a break to focus on different vocations. Like now that I have 600, you know, I've got like that was my original goal to like definitely get at least 600, so that I can, you know, get all the equipment and try out all the different respawns with the equipment and stuff. Blah blah blah. I've basically kind of reached my original goal now. So if they just over nerf it now, I'll just play another vocation. But I do think I'll eventually like come back to the monk regardless. It is definitely the most fun I have in Tibia, just through the playstyle. So yeah, and I guess this answers Super Pro Align's question: what is my favorite vocation? It is, in fact, the monk. All right, 12 more minutes, couple more laps, and we'll be heading out to another respawn. We've cracked 1.1 KK profit so far with just 1 hexagonal ruby. Still can't believe it. Absurd, man. Absurd. So unlucky. Yes, it's a martial artist. Why use Tibia Vision instead of on-top replica? I think on-top replica, it just... I don't know. I tried it once a while ago. I don't know, like a year ago. I don't know. I just wasn't friendly enough for me. Like, I don't know. It just it seemed like a lot of work for something that's not so important to me. You know, I've gone my whole life without having something like Tibia Vision or on-top replica. So spending the time to set up on-top replica and stuff, it didn't seem worth it to me. And Tibia Vision was just so easy just to get it going and so obvious that yeah, it's basically free, right? It's just the setup cost is non-existent. So I'm okay with using it because of that. Because it's not something that I desperately feel like I need, to be honest. Like if you know, Tips of Tomorrow said that Tibia Vision is now not allowed, you know, I'd uninstall it and I'd move on and I'd be okay. You know, it's not absolutely critical for me. So for something that's not critical, I will only use it if it's super easy and super simple to do. Which on-top replica was not quite comfy and easy enough for me to be like that. How much is my set? Actually, we counted it a little bit earlier at the start of the stream. It's actually not that much. It's like 800 KK. I mean, the expensive items on the monk primarily are Soul Mass, obviously, and then actually they're like level 300 stuff, you know, like the Cobra Bow, the Demon Mengu, the Mutant Hide Trousers. Those are like the expensive items. The level 300 trousers, the mutant ones, are more expensive than the sanguine trousers. This is why where a lot of this complaining about monk prices comes from, is because the sort of like mid-game items are just ridiculously expensive. Yeah, I know. If you're worried about Tibia Vision, if you think there's something dodgy with it, then yeah, of course you can just use on-top replica. It is open source, etc. I personally don't. I'm not worried. So, and anyway, I use two-factor authentication, as you all should. So it shouldn't really be much of a concern, anyways. But if you do like account sharing, that's a different matter, I suppose. How much is the sanguine? So sanguine legs are about 80kk, and the weapon is also about 80kk. So you can get the whole sanguine set on the monk for like 160-ish, 170kk. And Soul Mask costs like 500, right? Like triple of the whole sanguine set. So yeah, once you pass this level 600, it's actually kind of cheap. It's cheaper than like the monk or it's cheaper than the paladin or the EK even. Especially the EK with how many weapons they have and stuff as well. But you do still want the Soul Mask, of course. It is still a very good weapon. I am considering selling it for a few months, because I do think I'll primarily be using the Sanguine Claw for the foreseeable future, which means that maybe it makes sense for me to sell the Kamas while it's so expensive, and then buy it back, in a couple of months. Maybe I'm considering it, but I know that I'll run into a situation where I really want to use the Kamas for something and I can't because I don't have it, and I'll be annoyed. So I don't know. I suppose I could just buy a Lion Claws as like a cheap alternative to the Kamas, right? That's probably the closest, just with weaker crits. Maybe. If someone comes to me and has like a real good offer for the Soul Kamas, I probably would sell it. And then just plan to buy it back, 2 months down the line when it's maybe like 300kk instead. But who knows, right? Who knows what's going to happen with the prices? I feel like we're one nerf away from a total monk exodus, though, at which point prices will surely go down. There's not enough monks to buy sanguine. Yes, exactly. There's sanguine items that keep dropping, and not very many monks that can use them, right? That's the thing. Classic supply demand, right? I do think that, a year, 2 years from now, that the sanguine trousers, at least for the monk, will be more expensive than they are now. Assuming that the monk isn't like total garbage and nobody plays it anymore. How much did I buy the Kamas for? I bought the Kamas for 260kk, or around 6.5k TC at that moment. But that was before the prices skyrocketed so much. That was, month 1 of monk. So I've made my money on that. Like this pull here is the trickiest one. Need to be a little bit careful there. A lot of monsters. Guess we'll do one more lap. Should have 5 more minutes. Should be able to do one more lap, yeah. Team Hunt bonus for 5 vocations, yes. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being that way. I think if the monks, that may be the tips off solution, right? To helping monks in the team hunts, like actually do cave, and add the bonus for 5x. That's possible. They can't balance it, so they'll just add that in. Yeah, this is the thing. Like the numbers here aren't like that insane. It's just a fun little experiment, right? Like 6kk raw with 1.4, 1.5 kk profit per hour. Like it's good, but it's not like it's unachievable for other vocations and stuff. So it's just a little bit of fun, to be honest. And I like this respawn anyway, just in general. So. Am I using T2 Ascetic? Yes, I'm using Tier 2 Ascetic in the wheel still. Still just one. Oh, no, we have 2 hexagonals apparently. Just checked the loot analyzer. Apparently we have 2 hexagonals in 1 hour. From the numbers that I'm seeing, we've killed about 650 specters. We should probably have about 6 hexagonals. So if the loot was dropping as expected, we'd have an extra 120k or so. So we'd be looking at about 1.4kk profit at the moment with still 3 minutes to go. So yeah, this is about, I think this is about a 1.5kk profit respawn, like on average, which is yeah, which is good. When I tried Overworld, I was pushing around 2kk profit per hour there, but this is much better experience, of course, than Overworld. Why using T2 Ascetic instead of T1 Ascetic plus T1 Outburst? Because Ascetic gives more than Outburst. From my testing and experience. Oirashi, are you Rashi? Thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think Ascetic just works better. I tested T1 Ascetic versus T1 Outburst, and T2 Ascetic gives a lot more than T1 Ascetic. So I'm pretty sure T2 Ascetic is better than T1 Ascetic with T1 Outburst. I will definitely be using Outburst. I'll be using T2 Ascetic plus Tier 1 Outburst, but that's still another 160 levels or so, I think. Awesome. Okay, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the Prime sub. Oh, another one. Bother. Thank you for the Prime sub as well. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Static is just better outside of Team Hunt. Yes. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like my main problem with Outburst is the unreliability of it, right? The fact that it can, the logic for the chains and the low jump range makes it very tricky to make the most of it. In Team Hunts, you can do that because you've got the EK who's just holding a box. So you can get a nice, juicy outburst. It's much harder to do that when you're like solo kiting, right? So yeah, generally speaking, I prefer Ascetic for solo hunting, but I will pick up Outburst after now that I have T2 Ascetic. I'm not going to be working towards like T3 Ascetic or anything. I'm going to be working towards T2 Outburst now that I have T2 Ascetic. So, you know, I like level 1100. It'll be T2 Ascetic plus T2 Outburst, and it's going to be Giga Juice. What proficiency? I have level 4 on the Sanguine Claws. Level 5 on Sorkamas. We've picked up another hexagonal ruby just then at the 1 hour mark. All right, we'll be leaving after this lap, and we'll be going, if it's free, to Issavi sewers. So burning gladiators, etc., etc. Let me finish the lap here. Let me finish the pull here so that I can take a quick screenshot for 1 hour. All right. So 1.36 KK profit, and this is with 5 fewer hexagonal rubies than I would have expected, which would have been extra 150k, which means that the average here would have been just over 1.5 KK profit in the hour, as expected. So yeah, pretty damn good. Finish Charming Dragons. Oh, hey, Ambition. Finish Charming Dragons and Death Imbuement wore out. Was thinking of imbuing energy protection going to Boltors, Falcons, etc. Any other respawns I should check out at 600? I'm thinking. I don't think so. I think Issavi sewers actually maybe a fair bit of energy, you know? We're gonna go there in a second. I think it's probably fire mostly, but I think it has a sizable amount of energy as well. What perks do you take on Cobra Bow? No idea. Let's have a look. Obviously those two. That I would go Life Leech. Definitely Life Leech here. I'd probably go for 10% of Fist Fight as extra healing for your spells in this one. And that's it. Those are the only 2 choices, right? So I'd go top one, Life Leech, and then healing in this one, probably. You use Tibia Vision with Tibia full screen or window? Yeah, full screen. I use full screen Tibia, so. I have monk friends struggling with mana below 300. Are 300 items such a boost? Yes. Especially if you're hunting like 300 level places, you know, like the demon. Like you get loads more physical protection. That's the key, right? You get the physical protection on the helmet and on the legs, which you don't have before that. And both of those are very, very useful. Also the death protection from the Demon Mango, very, very valuable. Do you think the 500% magic level as extra healing would be good for Sanguine EK weapons or 10% extra crit damage? I mean, it's good, but at the same time, 10% crit damage is very hard to pass up. So honestly, I don't know. I think I would probably go for the crit still, Rich. But yeah, the healing is nice. What about Soul Kamass? Oh boy. On Soul Kamass, you go for attack here, and I would go for crit as well. I'm not giving up crit, boys. In your opinion, Falcon Sai is still the best physical weapon for Monk? Yes. I use the Falcon Sai when I use physical, which isn't very often. Can you show me a wheel? Uh-huh. I basically have a greater gem with T2 aesthetic, and now I'm just working towards more smaller gems. I'm working here. Once I have 50 extra points in this quadrant, I'll reload them into this perk. And then I'll be working towards T1 Outburst. Hello, Jaws. When you were hunting Ice Librarian Team Hunt, did you use Spiritual or still Ascetic? I still use Ascetic. That's because I don't Team Hunt a lot, so I'm not used to it. But I think I would consider using Outburst if I was hunting a little bit more. When does the 7.5 fist for spells become better than the 1 attack? Somebody calculated it in the Discord, but I think it's high. I don't remember now, but it's pretty high. Higher than realistically achievable, I think. But it's close. Like the +1 attack and the +7.5% are actually kind of close. They're not like super far away, but I think the +1 attack is almost always better by like a few percent. Yeah, Rich, of course. Yeah, that could be good. Yeah, if you're profit hunting, you don't need that little extra crit damage here, by all means. But remember that extra crit damage also gives you more leech, also gives you more mana, right? But yeah, I think for like profit hunting and sustain hunting, then yeah, of course, the extra healing is very, very nice on the sanguine weapons for the EK. Thank you, Samu. Are you healthy now? Yeah, I'm pretty healthy at the moment. I've been getting a couple of illnesses over the past month or so, a little bit of coughing and stuff. I still have a bit of a lingering cough. Oh yeah, I'm good, thank you. All right, so we finished Cathedral now. Let's check out Burning Gladiator. Let me just update the stream title. I'm assuming it's free. So let's go. Is there a Discord community for monks theory crafting? Yes, that would be Kusnier's, my Discord, and there's a special monk chat. Very, very active, and that's where all the numbers are. You can use a search function. We'll definitely be able to to find a bunch of stuff there. What's the best chill low-level bestiary weapon proficiency tree? I don't know. I haven't looked into that much. I don't know. You think a monk can do a Issavi surface at 450 boxing huge overlords next to the EK? Depending on how much healing he's going to get from somebody else. I don't think he can out-sustain that purely by himself. I think he'd need to be in range of like mass res from the druid and stuff. All right. Let's start using some supplies. Godzilla Quaras, okay? I've added it to my list, all right? Honestly, so many people keep going on about it. I know I'm going to die when I go there, but we'll try it. And I will blame chat. All right, this is where we're going. And I don't know how it's going to go. I haven't hunted here on the monk ever. I've not even tried it yet. This is from when before I rooked this character. I think it's hopefully going to be okay, but I don't think it's going to be great. So I don't have high expectations for this. Let's just mess around. What protection do I want here? Is it death protection, energy, fire? Let's go start with fire. I don't remember. Let's see. And I do have this that I've been holding on for a couple of days. Burning Gladiator damage prey. So let's just pop that just to see how it goes. I have a true Midnight Asura here also that I'm going to be using later today, maybe. Fire and Death secondary. Okay, thank you. All right. It's definitely not going to be a zero supply hunt here, though. Right, where's the... Is it down here? No. Oh, it's here. All right. I don't think anything here debuffs, right? I'm a little bit worried. I'm going to take it easy to start with because I don't know how difficult this is likely to be. Like, can I wallbox? It seems like I can. Is it going to be way easier than expected, as usual? Probably. I think what is going to be problematic here, potentially, is the summons from the Black Sphinxes. Because my Chained Penance will be focusing the summons, right? Because they have full health. Okay, so far so good, I'd say. Doesn't look too bad. I think we do wallbox, though. I think there's not enough room for active kiting. What imbuement do I have on armor? Nothing. Just vampirism. I don't have a protection one. Okay, I think it's definitely doable. I don't know if it's going to be any good. I don't think so. But Beastiary wise, probably doable. Yeah. Seems easy. Christ. Yeah, I think it'll be alright. I think it'll be alright. Focus the acolytes so that there's not too many summons, and yeah, we're chilling, I think. Yep, I think we're chilling, boys. Well, the problem, Salas, is that you want an earth weapon. So if you come here before 600, you have to come with the Cobra Bow, which I guess is fine, but that is going to also be a big drawback, right? So I wanted to wait until 600 because I really don't think it makes any sense to come here before 600. Maybe you can, but like, why? You know? Yeah, definitely doable. And you know what? I think if I had charms, this is actually outrageous. If I had charms and fire protection imbuement, this is a 0 supply hunt. Look at that. I've used 12 potions in 3 minutes. Oh my god. Well, that I did not see coming. I thought it would be harder than that. Well, I guess this is going to be going on the 0 supply list once I unlock the charms. You've heard it here first. I did not think I did not think that would be possible. Oh god. What the fuck, dude? And this is just with the T4 proficiency as well. So once we level up the claws a bit, that's going to be quite a bit of extra power too. GG's. And it's still, fire damage is still the most prominent one, even with I basically have what I have 28% fire resistance at the moment, and even with 28% fire resistance, I still take most fire damage. So definitely fire mostly here. What level? 601. I wonder what experience I'll be able to get here. Probably nothing too crazy, right? 5.5, maybe. Profit here is quite reliant on the rare items, so it's also not very, not very reliable, right? You need to be getting those seahorses. And there's something else that I think is like a rare here. There's a seahorse. Oh, and there's this weird mask thingy as well, right? The Yasir items. I haven't looted a single one yet, so profit is quite reliant on those. So I'll see. It's kind of like the Buried Cathedral, actually, where the hexagonal rubies are super big part of the profit. But, you know, once this spawn is 0 supplies, it's still going to be pretty profitable as well, I feel. What is Tibia Vision and what's it for? It mirrors parts of your screen and relocates them somewhere else on the screen. So, for example, you can mirror... What I'm doing is I'm mirroring my amulet and ring slots. And I'm placing those next to my arcs around here. When I'm hovering my mouse right now, you can't see it, but that's where I can see my ring and amulet, which lets me see like how much time I have left on them, if they run out, etc. Just without having to like look all over my monitor, right? And I have a 32-inch monitor, which means that if I want to move my head from the center of the screen where I'm looking towards like top right for my equipment, it's yeah, it's a bit of an inconvenience. So yeah. And we're all about convenience in this stream. Yeah, I think Mimo 6KK raw. 6KK raw at Mid-Mars is not bad. Like, I've been going there recently, and I have to say I struggle to get more than like 6.3, 6.4. That's at like peaks when I'm really focused. So 6 is pretty good, I would say. Yeah, it definitely noticeable. The nerf is definitely noticeable there. Is it free to try? Yeah, the free version has 2 regions, so you can copy 2 regions. Like, so you could copy like the ring and the amulet, for example, right? If you want more things, then there's a premium version of I think up to 8 regions or something. That's what I have, because I have 4 regions myself. But yeah. +1 attack on Soul Eater is for all spells or auto attacks only. It's for all damage. +1 attack is the same as you know how your weapon has like 57 attack, right? So Soul Eater I think is 47 ice plus 10 physical. Basically, the +1 attack just adds +1 to the ice part of the weapon. So it's instead of 47 ice, it's 48 ice. So yeah, everything will scale with that. Yeah, I have to say, this is like shockingly easy. Of course, I do have this damage prey, which I suppose is helping a little, but it's not helping with the damage I take. And the damage I take is surprisingly little. I think the Marudri Brush of the Monk makes this place very comfortable. Especially if you get yourself another fire protection imbuement. You're going to be like laughing, taking no damage. All right, we've done 10 minutes. Let's do a quick evaluation of Beastiary. So we've got 50 gladiators. So we're doing about 300 gladiators per hour, about 250 priestesses per hour. So about 10 hours for gladiators and priestesses, and about 18 hours or so for the acolytes. So I don't think I'll be doing the acolytes. I'll probably hunt here until I do the gladiators and the priestesses, but then I expect I'll stop. Yeah, and the experience does look like it'll probably end up peaking at about 5.5 or so. But that is without charms and with no animus as well. So it's okay. It's fine. But I think this is a Beastiary spot, to be honest. Hey Swavatsky, I'll try to read that message in a minute, but it's a little long. Not sure if I'll have enough capacity to look over and read such a long message. Oh, I've added a book world for 200 plus. That was my guess, that book world is going to be about 200 plus viable, but no, I have not actually hunted there on a 200 paladin. You're fighting for your life at 270. Okay, that's good to know. So I will go and I will update it to 300 plus. Does that sound more fair? The Tipsoft answered the +1 attack, and they said that the +1 attack is assigned to the value that that is higher on the weapon. That was the answer on the test server, Cathedral. So if it doesn't, then Tipsoft explained it wrong on the test server, because they basically said that that's how it works, and it's just going to assign the +1 attack to the part of the weapon that has a higher damage. So in like the example of a soul eater, then obviously it's the ice part. Are you going to try elite skeleton warriors and gladiators? Yes, it's on my list. Yes, of course. I think I actually have the Beastiary there already done. I think the character that I bought to Rook, I actually had those done. So yeah, we'll try it. We'll see how much profit we can make there. The 4-star acolyte here on me. Have to be kind of careful. Do I think they'll add 5x with 125%? No. I think if they added 5x, it would be only like extra 10% or so, that the team hunt bonus would be 100%, 110%. Or actually, I think if they want to encourage 5-man team hunt, I think they're more likely to lower the team hunt bonus as it is, but make 5-man team hunt bonus 100% like it is now, but maybe lower by 10% each of the previous tiers. That would be my guess, to be honest, if they did touch it. Do I plan on testing Ingle? I've already tested a bit of Ingle, and it's not very good. You have to use physical weapon there, which is just never that nice for the monk. Like, I could do it, but it not recommended, is all I'm going to say. Maybe at a higher level, but the monk is just not very well suited for Ingle with, like, the fist debuffs and stuff. I don't think it's going to be that good. Ever, to be honest. Just like Ingle is never very good for, like, an EK solo. Kind of a similar idea. But energy is good there. Ingle? Don't think so. If you actually look at the resistances, all the monsters have like weird... Like, it's good on certain monsters, but not good on others. I don't know, maybe one of the floors has just the monsters which are weak to energy. Maybe. When will you transfer to Kick? Well, I've not had any contact from Kick to offer me anything. I mean, if Kick reached out to me and they wanted me there and offered me the appropriate amount of monetary compensation, I would, of course, consider it. I have no particular attachment to any particular streaming platform. But I'm not going to be reaching out to Kick myself. Please sponsor me. Please pay me. I have a little bit more dignity than that. Not much more, but a little bit more. I have to say, Mimo, the +1 attack is good, but it's not that good. I mean, if his supplies dropped 70%, I can believe it if he was using 100 supplies per hour. Now he's using 30 supplies per hour. That I can believe. But you will not convince me that he was using 1,000 supplies per hour and now he's using 300 after getting that tier 5 proficiency. I'm sorry, but that's not. It's not. That's not, and it's not possible. Maybe he was just having a really bad play session before he unlocked tier 5 or something. Or maybe he just had a great play session when he unlocked the 5th one. But numerically, it's not possible. All right. I guess we'll stay here for another 30 minutes or so. I have another 30 minutes before I end the stream, so I suppose we can stay here. This is not... I wouldn't consider this super fun. Like, the profit's okay, the experience is okay. But it's nothing special, right? It's nothing special, to be honest. I'll probably do the, like I said, I'll probably spend the 10 hours total here. Whenever I roll like a Burning Gladiator or Priestess, pray. May as well come, right, and spend a couple of hours here. And eventually complete the Beastiary. But this is nothing really worth hunting too much. Maybe if like Burning Gladiator or the Priestess was boosted, maybe it would be good enough. But yeah. Hey, Astor. It's worse than both. Yeah, it's worse than buried in both XP and profit. Yeah, exactly. This is just a straight up bestiary spot, which is fine. Like, not everything needs to be bestiary. And anyway, the monsters here are not exactly weak to Earth. It's just Earth is best, but they're all like 100, like 90% even to Earth. So this is just not supposed to be a monk respawn, to be honest. This is for example another spot where I could quite easily see Druid EK duo. Monk EK duo being pretty good, right? This is just a good duo spot in general, and yeah, I think a monk EK could work here pretty well. We're talking about duos earlier. I think this is an example of one such spot that would be pretty good as well. Accidentally went down here. Yes, Tipsoft loves put in random places like this. Be easily accessible by low levels. I mean, we still have feverish citizens roaming Venore and killing low levels. At least now the designated starter zone is no longer Venore, right? It's that den with the wolves near Thais, so it's actually better now. But you know, just Tipsoft making Venore the default newbie town and then sticking a raid there that kills newbies is pretty evil. Now the pirate raid just kills people right off Thais. Fucking Tipsoft, dude. Seriously. Could monk and sorcerer duo anywhere? I mean, they could, but the thing is the monk needs to be moving around and kiting, right? And if you want a duo outside of a few real niche cases generally works when the way that one person is like stationary, keeping the monsters on them, and the second person is like more running around and dealing damage to the stationary monsters. That's generally speaking how duos work. And that doesn't really work in a monk / mage, druid or sorcerer duo, right? Because all three of those vocations want to be the one that like runs around. So I honestly think that the monk can function with both paladins and EKs, where the EK and the paladins like stand in the middle. and the monk runs around, right? That I think is possible. I still think EK is better. Trigen. Thank you for the prime sub. Appreciate it. I still think EK is the better one, but Paladin I think would work as well for the monk duo. All right, I think I'm overdoing it here a little bit. I think I just got a little bit too comfortable. Let me just kill things off. This place is not too hard, but I still don't think I want to be doing 12 monsters here sort of deal. So let me just kill off a few things. Definitely got myself a little too comfortable here. Where did you get this equipment? I bought it. It's not that expensive. Like this set that I have now is cheaper than what would be the equivalent set for a Paladin or an EK. Monk and Sorcerer at 400 we're getting 6kk at Raw at Venerate Flimsy? Sure. I mean, look, it's possible to make every duo work in particular respawns, right? But if you're gonna play, if you're gonna play like as a duo, like a, you know, wife, husband sort of deal where you want to be duoing all the time, then I don't think Sorcerer or Monk works very well. Sure, it'll work in a couple of places like that or like Nagas or whatever. But if you want to have like a dedicated duo where you duo hunt all the time, then I think the Monk, you know, works with the EK best, and probably with Paladin works fine as well. These monsters can do a nasty combo every now and then. Yes, of course. Especially if there's a lot of acolytes and they do the summons, because the bloody skeletons can real bomb you. Oh yes, I'm aware. But thankfully, I have a lot of fire protection. We seem to be doing pretty well overall. The profit's okay as well. Probably looking at ballpark 900k, maybe 1kk profit per hour. We're getting a little bit luckier. It's okay, right? I think I would ideally like to do a duo here to complete the Beastiary though, because it is pretty slow. Maybe I can find somebody to do the duo with me and do the Beastiary. Is it possible to do 8kk raw XP on 600 monk? Yes. It's possible at dragons, and I would say it's possible at Cobra Bastion. If you have a full Beastiary, full charms and full animus at Cobra Bastion, you can peak around 8kk raw as well. But like that requires like really good play. But yeah, it's possible. And at dragons, you can do more than that. I don't know how much more, but like 8.5. I think I've seen 8.6, 8.7, something like that. This is without praise, of course. Do you think Monk's still the best vocation? There is no such thing as the best vocation in Tibia. There's different vocations have different strengths at different levels. I don't think anybody thinks Paladin is the best vocation at level 100 or level 200 or level 300. Paladin is the strongest scaling vocation. The Monk is the strongest early to mid vocation, right? I mean, Monk is never ever going to beat out a Paladin at level 1k plus. Is it good idea to heal only with spirit potions, 200 to 300 monk? It's all about your attitude to profit versus comfort. I make such crazy profits everywhere at this point that I value comfort over profit, so I just use spirit potions everywhere. If you are a pasta farmer who's hunting relatively easy spots for profit, then by all means use great mana potions instead. But otherwise, I am a big fan of just going straight for the spirits. I think the monk is balanced around this level now. I mean, like, honestly, nothing I've done today outside is particularly crazy in my opinion. Thank you for the prime sub, Mimo. Thank you. 3 months now. Cool. Thank you. Stop the nerfs. Stop the nerfs. Did they tune off? Stop the count. I worry that we haven't seen the last of it, but I just pray that any future changes are going to be accompanied by some late game rework somehow. I don't know how. It's a hard freaking job, I'll admit that, but I really hope they don't just do another blanket nerf, because it disproportionately affects those high level monks with team hunt and stuff where it's already garbage. So we'll see. As always, I take no responsibility. I'm innocent. You think Sorcerer works better using only runes with Rune Mastery, or use runes and beam? That's too broad of a question, and it varies from respawn to respawn. I think ideally, like, waves have a higher base damage, a lot higher than runes. So of course, if you can use waves efficiently and hunt in a spot where it's possible, then of course you should be optimizing for effective wave usage. If you're just using runes, you're not going to be matching the experience that you can do with effective wave usage for the most part. Nerf, sustain, and buff damage. I'd be okay with that. Just remove the virtue healing. Remove the virtue healing from that you just passively get. I don't know why they added that. It's nice, but it's just so random and it's not really necessary. I'd happily trade that for a little bit more damage for sure. It looks like even 5k K raw here, not even 5.5 like I was expecting. So yeah, it's fine. It's a fine respawn, but I think this is, I think like a 500 EK here with like a Soul Eater or a Soul Shredder can pull like 6k K raw potentially. Much better than this. So yeah, see, Monk is not so strong. Give us a nice weapon. I want a nice weapon, please, Mr. Tipsoft. This respawn is very mid. Yes. I won't be rushing this one for Beastiary completion, to be honest. I'd ideally find somebody who's also looking to do this Beastiary and duo it with me, because it is kind of garbage. It's okay for solo EKs with like a powerful Soul Ice weapon. Otherwise, nah. You think they will give Monk other elements in the future? No. There's not much think about it, to be honest. I am certain they will not give the Monk any new elements in the future. I'm starting for you to start EK from scratch. It would be such a huge reference point. Yep. I don't know when that's going to be, to be honest. Like right now, my plan will be a fair bit more of Monk at this level. Then I'll be, so I don't know, call it another month or two. Then switch to Sorcerer, complete like Sorcerer guides. After that, go to another Monk to redo the early, basically redo the references for values and stuff on the Monk. And after that, I would be starting an EK from scratch. At this point, that's probably like a year away. Probably a year away, right? Around like, yeah, mid-year next year that I'll be doing an EK from scratch at the current pace. How's the Sanguine Claws performing? Very good. This is the third place that I've gone to. I've done Otherworld. Otherworld, I was able to do 0 supplies and about 2 KK profit per hour. Then we did Buried Cathedral, which again, 0 supplies, about 1.5 KK profit, about 6.5 KK raw experience. And now we're trying this, but this is not very good. So, and actually, it's worth mentioning that I even have the Burning Gladiator damage prey here, right? So it's actually even a lot worse than this if I didn't have the damage prey on the monster that makes up 50% of this respawn, right? So yeah, it's not recommended. Onglia with the prime sub. Thank you. Appreciate it. No druid. I mean, there's not much point doing both a druid and a sorcerer, right? I'm just making mage guides that I'm recording on a sorcerer because sorcerer is more fun for me to play. And if a particular spot is not huntable for a sorcerer or druid, I'll just say I don't think there's much point in me running both a druid and a sorcerer. All right, sure, Bungler. Yeah, I will definitely do it at some point. It's definitely on my list as like some big project at some point. But yeah, it's not going to be for a little while. No. We'll get there though. We'll get there. I'm not planning to be abandoning Tibia anytime soon, especially now that I actually have a pretty successful Twitch stream going. It'd be stupid for me to just disappear. So yeah, I'll be keeping up with my little projects and an EK from scratch to refresh all of my older EK content is definitely one of the things I want to do at some point. How much EXP on gold tokens? I think it was 4KK raw. It was around 4KK raw, I think. And about 380k proficiency per hour. I was killing about 2,000 monsters and gold tokens. Obviously all in hard difficulty, so super good for weapon proficiency. Hello, Kusnier. A friend wants a character only for bosses. What vocation level do you recommend? I would recommend getting a level 600 paladin that lets you have 2 revelation perks, which would be Avatar and Gift of Life, with the tier 2 Exori Grand Con, and it lets you have the Sanguine Crossbow at level 600, which is very nice for that. You don't need to have such a level. You can easily just do bosses on like a 400 paladin as well. But I find having like a 600 paladin and already having the Sanguine Crossbow just makes it very, very nice. And people will be very happy to take you for any bosses as well. So it's not like you're going to be a burden. So yeah, I think if I was going to choose a vocation and level for bossing only, I would be looking for a 600 paladin. Any higher than that doesn't make any sense. Like 700, no point. Like 600 is everything that you need for a bosser paladin. It's hard to damage with basics on bosses with a lot of armor. Yes, I've noticed that. I don't really know if it's a bug or if it's intended, but yes, like I've noticed, for example, when I'm doing Metma Vanguard, that's a boss that I'm currently farming every day. Honestly, half the time my autos don't even damage him. Like, I don't know if he has like tons of armor or if the formula is like messed up somehow. But yeah, it's very noticeable that the basic attacks are kind of garbage on bossing on the monk. Yes, I don't know if it's intentional. It would be nice if that was somehow changed. But if you remove armor from bosses, then guess who would be the big winner of that? Yep, our friend Royal Paladin. Paladin is ignoring armor. You know what? Is it... I feel like there is something the Paladin does ignore. Is it the shielding, maybe, of bosses? I don't know. I feel like I remember Mazrin saying something about it. That from distance, it does ignore some sort of defense on bosses. Maybe it is the armor. I don't know. But yeah, bossing is kind of sus on the monk, I admit. I've been doing a little bit of boss farming recently, nothing major. But I've been doing Ahau and Mitmar and the new minis from the book quest. And yeah, it's not great, I'll admit. He still has good survivability and kiting and stuff, but yeah. I think I'm probably gonna start finishing it. I'm really bored of this place. It's not good. Maybe we can do like a little fiend hunt for a few minutes before I have to finish the stream. Maybe we can get a fiend or two. But yeah, I don't want to hunt here anymore. Not a good place. Gets a thumbs down from me, this one, for sure. It's easy and it's doable. The results, though, not worth it. Not worth it. Profits, kind of okay. Ballpark of 1kk per hour. It's but fuck this place. All right. Roll this. Juggernauts, Nagas, Deathlings. That's overall a pretty good roll. I'm not going Juggernauts because I finished the Beastiary there recently. I think I'm going Nagas. I don't think I'm going Deathlings. Although Deathlings now with the Sanguine Claw would also be pretty sick. Although I was basically overkilling the respawn even with the Soul Kamass anyway. Hi, Trigon. Salt Eater perk better take +1 attack. Yeah, take +1 attack. It's close, but I think +1 attack is better. I think someone was doing the maths in my Discord. But I noticed if you proc crit, it will damage it. So weapon with auto attack, crit proficiency could work. Well, so the way that works, Lyphen, there is a hidden mechanic in Tibia that if you crit with a melee attack, so an EK or a monk, that's only the two vocations where it applies. With a melee attack, not range, so it doesn't work for paladins, the damage is rolled on like a high end of that hit. So if you can hit between like 0 and 100, for example, and you crit, then you can only hit between like 70 and 100, and then that value gets crit. Which is why when you crit with your melee attack on the bosses, that's why it always goes through. So yeah, there's just that mechanic like that. Please, Kusnier, no more nerves. You don't use Soul Kamass anymore. I've just hit level 600, so now I'm using Sanguine Claws. I only hit 600 yesterday, so I'm testing Sanguine Claws everywhere. Are you planning to make a gold tokens hunt to showcase? Yes. I was waiting to hit level 600 to have a comparison result for 600 plus, but yes, we'll be doing a gold tokens overworld guide. I'll be out next week. What level would you recommend buying a monk to skip the boring part? What? What boring part? In all seriousness, I think level 70, no higher than level 70. Level 70, the monk already feels great. So I would honestly, but like, why skip that? Why? I don't know. Level 70 plus, you have everything to enjoy the monk. Hello, 2-slot axe and that level 600. Is it better to put lifesteal or mana steal? These days I would put mana and crit. What do you think is missing for the monk? Some way to have more power in team hunts. I would prefer them to maybe have slightly bigger area of effect, but lower damage, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a game designer, ultimately. All right, let's have a look. Let's see if we can get a fiend or two before I have to finish the stream. Very far south. Rashomon, Maripor. Yes, Rashomon. Let's check Rashomon. Far to the northwest. All right. Oh, shit. Northwest is here, actually. So Darashia. Never mind. Let's have a look. Far to the north. Hard. Gonna be something underground, isn't it? Hellhound or Retching, Horror, or a Floating Savant, maybe in Museum of Tibian Arts. I know. Lower level to the east. Oh, it'll be Feru, right? It'll be something in Feru. Yeah, it'll be something in Feru. 5. Fuck it, let's go and find it. Lower level to the south. Southeast. The east. All right. Southeast. North. I'm gonna. Oh, there it is. There we go. All right. Okay. Now, how do we do this? Let's go for Falcon Sai and kill off the demons, and then switch to Sokamas after. I think I can 4-box with the Fiendish, right? Kind of. All right. Let's just take it easy. All right, here we go. Holy shit, he does a lot of damage. Three minutes. I've still got 3 minutes until he disappears. Fine. Come on, Ashik. $250 to $300. Asura yes. All right, come on, come on, give me a call. This would be a nice core as well. Oh, fuck off. All right. Well, that was pretty quick. We found that fiend pretty quickly. Very far to the east. That's the Rashomon one again, isn't it? Yeah, that's the Rashomon one again. Okay. Let's see. Maybe it's like prison or something. I think it's probably prison. Far to the northeast. Yeah, it's prison or maybe Terror Sleeps, something like that. Far to the north. It'll be prison. Be prison or Upper Rosh by Depot. Oh, there's some blood marks. Maybe someone's running for it as well. Far to the northeast. All right. Lower level to north. It's prison. Am I a genius or what? Oh, it's dead. Yeah, somebody just killed it. Fuckers. All right. Well, whatever. There he is. Who is it? Text, of course. Very far to northwest. Easy. AB, Carlin. Very far to northeast. AB, check AB. Far to the south, medium. All right, that could be... don't know. Southeast. Could be, could it be Orc Fortress? Could be a dragon in like Kazordan. See what level it's on. Let's get closer. Far to the east, medium. I think it's gonna be Noma Base Alpha. I think it's not. I think Orc Warlord would be very far from here. I think it's too far. I think it's gonna be Gnoma Base. If I had to guess, let's have a look. Oh god. Where's Gnoma Base from here? It's by the temple, right? How often am I streaming? I stream 3-4 times a week or so for a couple of hours. It's this one, right? Far to the south, medium. Let's check the hot area, whatever it's called, with the Volcongras. Far to the west. Okay, so it's not going to be here, I think. Actually, I don't know how the teleports work. Let's check the hot area. Is it this? Where is the hot area? Is it here? It's this thing, isn't it? No. Where's the hot area? Here? I have... Oh, yes. There we go. Far to the west, still. Fuck? What is this? This is like these caves. Fuck, I don't know. Has no tunnels. Ah, fuck it, I'm not doing that. There are orc leaders on 0, berserkers on 0, wyverns. True. True, wyverns. I forgot about the wyverns. Could have been. Could have been, could have been, could have been. Okay, let's just go. Let's go something else now. Very far to the south, easy, and Krachman tombs, maybe. Dwarf Guard wouldn't be medium. Dwarf Guard would be easy. And Krachman, Oskayat, very far to the south. Maybe a lava or a tomb. Let's have a look. I have to finish in a couple of minutes, by the way. This is the last one I'll try and get. This is the last one I'll try and get, and I'll be going far to the north. Yeah, there we go. All right. Do you use Tibia Audio or just Tibia Vision? Just Tibia Vision. Lower level to the north. Still lower level to northwest. Okay. Probably this cave, right? Which one is this? This one here. By a peninsula. Alright. Could be that tomb or could be the lavas as well. Let me check the lavas first. Ah, somebody's already going for it. Motherfucker. To the northwest. It's going to be dead by the time I get there. Isn't it? Yeah. Maybe it's there. Aha. So it's not here. Okay, so it's Jin Tower. But the question is, if the guy who's fighting me for this, does he have the same Jin as me? Because this is the green Jin Tower. So if the guy has green Jin, he can't access it. So I guess we'll try our luck, and then I'm off. I think the fact that doors are closed means the guy probably doesn't have access here. Easy. I'll check what was the notification. Not barcode. Barcode BDO. Subscribe with Prime. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Where is it? There we go. A Scorpion. Soul Prism. Boom. How much is a Soul Prism? 800k. Nice. There we go. All right. I've got to drop now because my kids will be back any minute from preschool and stuff. And my wife's going to be not happy with me. But that was a nice little ending to the stream. Nice little Soul Prism. Probably worth more than a Scorpion Soul Core, to be honest. So, all good. No comment, Tiger. No comment. Check the market because usually I sold out and go for 1.5kk. All right, well, let's get back to depot. Check the market and then log out. So I guess the guy who was fighting me for the Soul Core, which I guess was Text Ostentatious and Bleak, who's apparently a big fiend hunter, he has green gin, so he couldn't access it. Unlucky. All right. While I'm running to depot, I'll see already if there's anybody to host. Raid. Who's streaming right now? Soul Prism. Let's have a look. Well, yeah, I think 800 to 900k seems like the right price. Oh yeah, well, whatever. That's a good little profit anyway. I mean, that only took like 10 minutes, right? I was fiend hunting for like 10 minutes and got a Soul Prism worth. Already done the Issavi sewers? Yes. I've just been there. Not very good. Not very good at Issavi sewers, to be honest. It's okay. Beastiary though. All right. Who's getting a raid? Fiery Soul is streaming. Fredwood is streaming. Is he streaming his OTS? I bet he's streaming his OTS, isn't he? Yes, never mind. All right, Fiery Soul. Confar. Ah, fuck it. We have to go to Fiery, don't we? We have to go to Fiery. Is he finishing? What's he doing? K-Risa. K-Risa doesn't like when I raid her. Like, I would love to raid K-Risa, but every time I raid her, she's like... She seems unhappy, dude. I'm not going to be raiding someone who's legitimately unhappy that I raid them, right? Where am I going? My kids are coming home, so I have to finish. Let's just raid for Fiery Soul. I don't think he's finishing yet. I thought he's finishing, but he looks like he's not finishing yet. So yeah, let's just go and drop to Fiery. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll have a stream tomorrow afternoon. It's rapid respawn, or tomorrow evening. So tomorrow evening when my kids go to bed, I'll probably do a stream. Probably some Beastiary, whatever. I haven't got a plan yet for rapid. So yeah, 9 p.m. European time. Tomorrow is probably when I'm going to do a stream. So thanks for being here, as always. Hopefully see you then. Do you sometimes play Team Hunt? Sometimes. Rarely, but sometimes. We've done some Ice Library, etc., etc. Anyways, gotta go. Thanks very much, everybody, for being here, as always. And yeah, see you next time. Bye-bye.